What's auto mode? Select a story. The CPU will fight for you when auto mode is on. Oh, so you just sit here and watch? That's interesting. Oh, shit. Oh, whoa, branching paths. Whoa, what's going on here? What the fuck? I knew they had like... Oh, that looks like to be the true path. Oh, man. What is with all these scenarios? Huh. So now there's episode this. I can't even reach the other one. Oh man, there's another branch over here. What the fuck? There's cards everywhere. Alright, so this will be interesting. I'm intrigued. Wait, let's zoom out. How far? Wow, there's a lot. Oh, what the fuck? Giant string of ones. Huh. This is really interesting. I'm interested at this. Alright. Oh. Wow, this is hard to control with the stick. Alright, hit it. Select the story. No, I don't want that on. Okay, let's go. Is this going to be like the first game where it's going to have like visual novel stuff? I think so.
So you will not require our assistance. Is that correct?
Very well. In that case, there is nothing more to be said.
Oh. I know the Japanese voice actor for Igor died. Could they not get the English one? Because he sounds a lot different.
As for your presence here, this room is ordinarily only accessible to those bound by a contract. You are fated to refine your power. You will most definitely require our assistance, eventually. Until we meet again, farewell. Most intriguing.
He sounds way different.
Are you certain about this? Our domain is indivisible from the destiny of our guests. Nothing meaningless happens in this room, which can only mean that the fate of our visitor just now will be...
Margaret?
Pardon. I spoke out of turn. We are only allowed to watch over and assist those guests who are bound by the terms of the contract.
Indeed.
So, the young man Yu Narukami is tied to our recent guest's fate. I wonder what fate, or rather, encounter will await him. Yu Narukami. Now that's a guest who never ceases to amaze.
Okay. That didn't really answer my question of, is there going to be visual novel bits? Am I going to have to read aloud? Or is it just gonna happen? It might just happen. Oh! Shit. Alright! Here we go! This is gonna be a long-ass series. Longer than the first one. It's May 5th, the day after we saw Lapras and the Shadow Operatives off. We're in the corner of the chaotic as usual food court. I need to. Fuck. Oh. Fast! Unread tech. No. Oh, wait, I didn't. Oh, I did it. Okay. We're in the corner of the chaotic as usual Junes food court.
I had a hunch this was gonna happen.
Well, your hunch isn't getting us anywhere. What are we supposed to do? There's not a single open seat.
That's just how it goes at Junes during Golden Week. And on Children's Day at that. If it wasn't this busy, we'd be out of business by now.
Today's Children's Day?
Huh?
I should have brought Nanako.
That's what you're worried about?
Watching the kids run around, I think back to Nanako's face when I told her I'd be going out. She looked like she wanted to say something. I feel bad I didn't ask her about it. But given what we came to talk about, I couldn't take her with me. I wonder if she's watching TV alone right now, like she usually does.
Yo, Senpai! I got us some seats.
Ooh, good job, Kanji!
That's pretty impressive, Kanji. Especially for you.
Why does Teddy sound not right? Also, hey, I forgot to mention, but the intro had a bit of a fail. They fucking said Kuma. I don't know if they meant that way or if they meant to actually change it before the game came out to localize it, but it had the Japanese version. And then even with Aegis, they spelled her A-E-G, which normally it is A-I-G. So, yeah, I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
Damn it, Ted! Leave the especially for you part out next time.
All right, break it up. No fighting, guys.
Let's go, Yukun.
Right.
With Yukiko spurring us on, we move to the seats Kanji saved. There's a table for 4 with 6 chairs he found somewhere. After waiting for everyone to be seated, Yosuke clears his throat as if to drive away all the noise.
So it's a great day out and,
Dude, I don't think this is the time for that.
well, how else should I start off? Look at the size of this crowd.
I'd say I made the right call showing up like this. If I came in my usual costume, the little kids would be swarming my adorable bod. I'd be mobbed.
You don't sound like excited enough. What's wrong with Teddy?
Oh yes, I've seen how the children tear off your fur from time to time.
Wow! Are you being nice to me, Yuki-chan? Has our love finally blossomed?
I don't know if they got it. This is bothering me.
Huh? Of course it hasn't.
Shot down as always.
He's too calm. Why?
It's because you never learn.
Well, let's get down to business. We didn't get to talk much yesterday after.
Oh, what's going on with the voice acting here? I nod to Chie. We gathered here yesterday after seeing Labras off, but there wasn't time to calm down and talk about what happened. In the end, we agreed to leave the details to tomorrow, which is now today.
Don't worry about the crowd. Let's start the investigation team meeting anyway.
Yeah, though we are missing 2 people.
It's just not the same without our full roster of pretty girls. Oh, not only Rise-chan, but Nao-chan couldn't be here either.
Well, it's not like the other day, where we just lost contact with Rise.
Mm-hmm. She seems really busy. She said she had work during the holidays, too. At least we got to talk to her yesterday.
Yeah, Nato-kun's job is keeping her busy too. I guess it's the same old for them.
Naoto-kun knew things about what happened that not even we did. Apparently she knew about Mitsuru-san and her friends from the start.
Thanks to her, though, we got some good information.
Well then, let's get everyone up to speed on what happened using that info.
Yosuke's right. So much has happened these past few days, and none of us have had a good grasp of it all. We need to sort through what we've learned again. And I think they actually did worse this time with the background and the text color.
What was it that started it all? Midnight Channel again, I guess. I thought I was dreaming for a good chunk of it, so it's not really hitting me.
The Midnight Channel, a TV world we helped to restore peace in, and ended up being used by someone else in the Labras incident. Labras is the fifth generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, a girl with a mechanical body who was stolen from the Kurijo group, one of Japan's biggest conglomerates. Someone threw her into the TV world. But Labras faced her other suppressed self there, and by accepting it, she awoke to her persona. That mostly wrapped things up. However, what?
So who exactly was it that put Labras inside the TV? And why?
At first, I thought the culprit was jealous of my popularity and tried to break us friends up.
Mm-hmm. But that wasn't it. Their goal was to disrupt our hearts by making us fight each other, and then steal our personas after they returned to being shadows.
Naoto said as much too.
I don't know. Turning them back to shadows and stealing them. That doesn't sound like something just anyone could pull off.
Maybe not. But we know for certain that the culprit was using that method to try and gather powerful shadows.
Gathering shadows, huh? That's definitely not something any normal person would do.
The atmosphere darkens after Yosuke's remark. During the silence, I recall the events leading up to yesterday. We literally just did all this. Well, it was Labras, yes, indeed, yeah, because it's gone through several trials, but she wanted to fucking make everyone fight each other, because that's how she had to fight, and everyone was fighting, and oh man, there's the Shadow Operatives, and Kurijo, and oh, their personas, and they know what they're doing, and we're not done yet. We couldn't find out why the culprit put Labras in the TV to begin with. We don't even know who did it. Mitsuru-san and her people seem to have some idea, but that doesn't mean we can ignore what happened in our town. So we made the decision to investigate the case on our own, too. Yeah.
That reminds me. How are things inside the TV?
The thought suddenly crossed my mind, so I asked Teddy. After we'd settled the first case, the TV world turned into a beautiful place, but it wasn't that way anymore during the P1 Grand Prix. I wonder what happened there after we saved Lapras.
Still the same. It should go back to normal eventually, but the P1 Grand Prix had such an effect that it's still noisy there. Oh, but...
Huh? But what? Quit mumbling and just spit it out.
It's hard to say for sure, but I sense these weird presences. They feel kinda like shadows, but not really.
Weird presences? You mean there's something strange in there?
I don't really know.
What could it be? The culprit, maybe?
Maybe, but maybe not.
We all look at each other after hearing Teddy's evasive answer. Something's in the TV world that can only be a shadow, someone besides us who knows about that world, or someone who can use a persona.
Huh? How would that make sense? The culprit wasn't a persona user, right?
He did say that he used Lapras because he couldn't enter the TV world himself.
That's right, the only people who can enter the TV world are persona users. For an old person to get in, they would have to enter alongside a persona user. If someone who doesn't have persona falls in for whatever reason, they're in serious danger. Either the shadows are already dwelling there, or their own shadow might end up killing them.
So, wouldn't that mean this weird thing Ted's talking about can't be our bad guy? Or maybe the culprit can shove people into a TV even though he's not a persona user.
I can understand Kanji's doubts, but unfortunately we don't have enough information right now to say either way.
There's one more thing that bothers me.
What is it?
It's something Naoto said.
I tell everyone what Naoto left me with yesterday. She said that when Mitsuru-san's plane was hijacked as a diversion from Lapras' kidnapping, the hijackers had no memory of their actions. They might have been brainwashed or hypnotized, but either way, it couldn't have been done by a normal person.
There's so much we don't know.
But no matter what the culprit was trying to do, if he was after us in the TV world, I doubt this case will wrap itself up.
I agree. Oh, then does that mean...
Too bad for Mitsuru-san, but we're gonna ignore her request not to get involved.
You already knew that, though. When Mitsuru-san and her people left, they told us not to get involved any further with this case. We knew why they'd said that, of course. They were worried about our safety still.
Ah! So the investigation team's back
That's
in
how the
business.
last one ended with all of you. Was the investigation team's back in business. What?
Yep. I feel a little bad doing this to Mitsuru-san, but we can't just leave this be. We can fight too. And heck, this is our town, so it's practically our duty to do this.
I'm in too. After all, I am Labby-chan's knight. Plus, I can't sit on the sidelines after seeing what this culprit did to my world. It had gotten so peaceful thanks to you guys.
I knew they felt this way, but I nodded firmly after seeing everyone still in agreement.
So it's decided.
We have to return the favor of getting stuck with those strange epithets, too.
Everyone looks away briefly after hearing this. Those nonsense nicknames that got broadcast during the P1 Grand Prix made no small stir in our daily lives. Although personally...
About that makes me so mad! What was that carnivore whose discarded womanhood stuff all about? I could swear people cross the street now when they see me!
Really? I was actually pretty impressed.
Huh? Is that how you think of me, Yukon?
No, that's not what I meant.
That reminds me. You seem to like that Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel nickname.
Did he?
Sensei, have you awakened to a new name? Should I call you Kingpin from now on?
I wonder if it's just my imagination that what Yosuke said just now hurt worse than the nickname. All I meant was that those nicknames weren't that bad. Still, I admit I was honestly impressed at how precise each of those taunts were in striking at each of our hangups.
This sure has turned out to be some Golden Week. And after you took the time to come see us, too.
No kidding. Shit got stirred up the day you came back. Like someone planned it that way.
Everyone nods at Kanji's words, everyone except Yosuke. Unlike the others, he just shoots me a slightly bleak glance. I know what it means, but I'll let him say it.
That actually does still bother me a bit.
What do you mean?
Oh, I guess the timing? It's like whoever did this was waiting for you to come back.
I agree with him. The incident with Labras happened right when I returned. What? Right when I returned to Inaba for Golden Week. I could have swore there was a comma there, but it's just Junes. It was timed as if whoever set this up was just waiting for me to get back in town.
Well, I guess there's no need to think about that now. Oh yeah, where's Marie?
Oh, now we're just gonna mention Marie out of nowhere. Okay.
She's elusive as always. It looked like she was buying something at Sozai Daigaku the other day.
What? Nobody told Emi-chan that Sensei was visiting?
Well, it is Marie-chan we're talking about. I'm sure she's noticed that Yukun's back.
Marie, she was another one involved in the first case we solved here in Inaba. So Golden is canon. Persona 4 is not. Okay. We helped her regain her lost memories, and now she protects this town as a minor goddess who supports the townspeople here.
Huh? Then, why hasn't she shown up? I mean, if she knew that Senpai's back, you'd think she'd be the first to show.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Ah! What the? Where'd that lightning come from all of a sudden?
Oh, look at those insane rain clouds. It's gonna start pouring soon for sure.
That's why I noticed the thick crowd of customers here has gotten pretty sparse. As if following the families hurrying back inside, we also get up from our seats.
Jeez, the weather report has been way off the mark lately.
Oh, sorry, that's mine. Hello? Oh, Kase-san.
Move away from Yukiko a little to give her some space to talk.
That reminds me, Labras is a robot, right? Would she rust if she got caught out in the rain?
Asking the important questions. Kanji as always.
Nah, I doubt it. The Kirijo group developed her after all, and they wouldn't be that cheap.
Mid-chan's group sure is amazing. Her stuff is way better than Junes brand electronics.
Shut up! And don't go dissing your own employer.
As Yosuke and Teddy snipe at each other, Chie gazes up to the cloudy sky. When she notices me looking at her, she shakes her head, telling me not to worry.
Labras is with Mitsuru-san and her friends, right? I wonder how she's doing.
After the P1 Grand Prix, Labras joined Mitsuru-san's shadow operatives, since she has a persona now. Even as we speak, she and her companions are probably chasing the culprit who threw into the TV.
Don't worry, I'm sure she's doing fine. If all goes well, we'll see her again in no time.
Yeah, since we made our decision to stick our noses into this case, that means we're after the same thing Labras and the shadow operatives are. It seems possible we might meet up with Labras again somewhere soon. Then again, we're doing this without Mitsuru-san's permission, so I can't say I'm eager to I'm eager to run into that.
Yeah, you're right. Man, I should stop being such a worrywart.
I gotta learn how to read better, I apologize.
Hey, looks like Yukiko-senpai's off the phone.
Oh, welcome back, Yukiko. What was the call about?
It was the inn. It seems a group of our guests is still out. We didn't have any umbrellas ready for them, so I think a lot of them will come back drenched. Sorry, I have to go back for a bit.
Oh, right. I forgot this is a busy time for the Amagi Inn, too.
Actually, shouldn't we be heading home ourselves? Ugh, if this keeps up, I bet it'll keep raining into the night.
Raining, huh? That thing's not gonna come on again, is it?
Everyone turns around at Yosuke's words. He says that thing, but we all know what he means. He's talking about the Midnight Channel, which came on at midnight on a rainy day. The weather was just like this during the incident with Labras 2. As if to break the silence, we hear another roll of thunder, closer than the one a moment ago. Oh, now we have to...
In any case, let's meet up again tomorrow to check up on the TV world.
Okay, I'll see you all here tomorrow, and I'll make sure to let Rise-chan know too.
I'll call up Naoto-kun, though I don't know yet if she'll be able to make it.
Cool deal. Well, see you guys tomorrow.
We hastily end the investigation team meeting before it starts raining. As I see Yosuke starting to leave after everyone else, I ask him about the issue he raised earlier.
What do you think, Yosuke, about the timing of all of this?
Oh, that. I don't know, I might be overthinking this, but if the culprit happens to know you, would that give some hint of who it might be?
It's an understandable question, but I can't help but look askance at him. I don't know what askance means. What the fuck is that? I don't know. I didn't know that was a real word. If the culprit had investigated me, of course he'd know something about me, but not my plan to stay in Inaba during Golden Week. It'd have to be a person who knows me, plus knew that I was coming here during the break. Is there anyone who would know that at all?
Is it possible that it could be Adachi?
Adachi-san?
This time I'm caught completely off guard, and all I can do is dully repeat the question. Toru Adachi, the man who was arrested in the Midnight Channel murders. He should be in police custody now. Which is ironic since he used to work for my uncle as a police detective at Inaba Station. We do have quite a history, so obviously he knows about me, and I can't rule out that Dojima-san might have told Adachi-san about my vacation plans.
No, it wouldn't be him. He has a persona.
Oh, yeah, good point. Sorry, I wasn't trying to weird you out.
Yosuke's tone is apologetic, and he scratches his head. But really, I should be the one apologizing. I didn't just deny that it could have been Adachi-san because he's a persona user. The real reason is that deep down, I trusted what Adachi said about abiding by the rules of this world. But if it's not him, then who? The gray clouds filled the sky over our heads, mirroring the confused anxiety we shared. Oh, spooky, spooky skeletons.